Hey there, Growlmantlers. Let's look at the controversial Gotham Knights. I played it on PS5 and it's pretty a schmick looking game. I mean, I don't know exactly what we were led to believe about the game. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have Batman, but it is set in the same like DC style era as that, with Robin, NIGHTWING, BATGIRL, Red Hood, and yeah, plenty of beating up baddies, freaks, as you would call them, once you get into the game. So, yeah, where did it go wrong? Why is everyone ragging on it? To me, I feel like that Gotham Knights it's an amazing game as it is. If you have ever experienced any Arkham games before this, you're going to be like, this is crap. Like, compared to any of the Arkham games, this does not hold a flame to the Arkham games whatsoever. The Arkham games had combat. They had amazing combat. They had counterattacks, they had blocks, dodges, all these different types of gadgets that you could use, extra skills, abilities, etc. But Gotham Knights just has the square button. That is basically it. Yes, you do also have ranged attacks, which is triangle, on the PS5, but the ranged attacks seem to be quite moot. Like, you can get by only using the square button. Normal melee attacks, charged up melee attacks, dodging, and then, getting in a quick extra melee attack. That's about it. There are extra little things that you can unlock as you play, but at the end of the day, it's all just done with square. So if you had never played an Arkham game before, Gotham Knights, it's actually pretty fun. There's this massive Gotham City to explore. So many different islands. You can get on your bat cycle. You can traverse all of these islands on cycle or on foot or by grappling from building to building, kind of like Spider-Man. And then you've got all of these crimes that you can intervene in and stop. You can beat up all the baddies, you can save the civilians, you can follow the storyline, which gets you meeting lots of different baddies, lots of different boss fights, lots of different stealth sections. I mean, they're optional, You can run through and just beat the heck out of anyone you come across, or you can try and hide and make sure you don't get seen. Then there are the little crime investigations where it's kind of like a mini game. You move your cursor around, you inspect different parts of a scene, and you try and identify which parts add up to the big picture. Like, for example, trying to work out how a piece of stuff is hidden and how this stuff is unlocked. Hard to explain, but yeah. There were little crime scenes to investigate. It reminded me of LA Noire, where you have to inspect a crime scene, you have to find all parts of evidence in order to get the big picture and get it right. However, you don't seem to get penalized for getting it wrong in Gotham Knights. LA Noire, you would get penalized. You might get the whole thing completely wrong, and then the game's going to go in a completely different direction. Or you're just going to fail altogether. But Gotham Knights is more like, nah, that's wrong, try again. Nope, not right, try again. Yeah, you got it, okay. And then you're like, oh, okay, cool. That was, didn't really involve much on my behalf. I could have just tapped everything over and over until I got the right sequence. But yeah, I feel like Gotham Knights, it's a game. It's really hard to say. Like, you can play it multiplayer, so then you have that sort of group brawler aesthetic going on. But playing it single player, it feels like you're way too overpowered. The enemies are never too hard. The boss fights you can overcome. I mean, it's not like Dark Souls. You're not going to think, this is way too hard, this is ridiculous. I'm going to have to put my head down and learn the attack patterns of these baddies. You just get in there and you give it a go. And you'll get there quite quickly. The baddies themselves, when you come across, they're pretty easy to take down. You can grab them and you can interrogate them as well, which is a very quick happening. You'll just find out what you need to know, and that goes towards like a point system until you have enough points to know what you need to know. And that's kind of lame. I think it would be cool if when you interrogate them, they actually give up information that you've got to decipher. And speaking of deciphering, I remember in the Arkham games, yes, I have played the Arkham games, so I am looking at it from that point of view. The Arkham games had a bit of incentive to explore the entire map, to explore every single building, to go up, to purvey your surroundings, to look at everything and try and find out where all the secrets are. But in Gotham Knights, it doesn't seem to be much incentive to explore. Yes, there are a few things hidden hither and thither, but they don't seem to amount to much. Some of them grant you extra equipment, and the equipment, that's the other thing that's kind of weird. Like, the Arkham games were about skill. They weren't about having better gear than your opponents. They were about countering at the right time, attacking at the right time, dodging and surviving. Gotham Knights seems to be a lot more forgiving in the combat sense. And I think that is one of the parts that has it lacking. It looks beautiful. The combat, it looks really cool. Learning all the different ways to approach combat, to throw baddies, to throw them off edges, to beat them up, use combos and whatnot. That's all really cool. Interrogating makes you feel like you have that kind of power, but as soon as you've interrogated someone, you beat them to a bloody pulp anyway, and they don't have a chance of surviving. Enough to get up. They're all unconscious as well. Even when Red Hood shoots the crap out of them with his gun. I mean, yeah, I shot someone in the head and I was like, oh, they're unconscious now. What? They should be dead, right? No, we don't kill people. No, these Gotham Knights don't kill. They just render people unconscious. Following in Batman's footsteps. So what did I think of Gotham Knights? I found it to be a relatively enjoyable game. I liked the customization of each character. I liked that you could give them new suits, new outfits. However, there were some pretty cool ones available from the very get-go. You don't really have to work much before getting the really cool looking outfits. You just get in there and change your outfit and so on and so forth. It was nice though that you could change between the characters. You didn't have to think, right, I've chosen Red Hood, I'm going to be Red Hood for the rest of the game. If I want to choose to be Batgirl, I'll have to start again. No, you can pick up where you left off with any character. Which is cool. Yeah, it gives you that extra bit of flexibility in terms of playing. But as a whole, in itself, the game, like the storyline, is kind of forgettable. There are parts where it will feel interesting, but overall the story in general just seems to be a bit lame. Like, you're not out there searching for a big head honcho baddie. You're just out there solving cases, preventing crimes, etc. Just being a Gotham Knight. I liked the Arkham games where there was an end goal, and you had to reach that to get to the end of the game. So I'm going to be giving Gotham Knights on PS5 3 out of 5 stars. I think that's generous. If you like this review, please hit the thumbs up button down below. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and if you do so choose to do so, leave a comment down below. Also, consider checking out my Patreon page and pledging a few bucks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.